I'm Jamie Colby, and today I'm in Northwest Ohio on the edge of an area called the Great Black Swamp. I'm here to meet a family who's lived here for more than 100 years. So when they unearth their strange inheritance, they give it a code name, the Black Swamp Find.
I'm Carl Kistner. In 2011, my cousins and I inherited the family home from our aunt. She had left us a note. We would find things in this home that we never knew existed.
Carl, a 54-year-old restaurant owner, has invited me to the family home in the small town of Defiance, Ohio. Carl? Hi.
Hi.
I'm Jamie. How are you?
Very good. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Thanks for having me. Is this the family home?
This is Grandma's home. Come on in. I'll show you around.
The house first came into Carl's family in 1909.
Neat old place, but he's a little TLC.
Are you saying be careful?
Yes.
Okay. In 2012, Carl and his cousins start the daunting task of cleaning out a home that's been lived in for more than a century. After several weeks of sorting through the house, only the attic remains. Carl and his cousin Carla decide to tackle the project.
Ladies first.
Oh my, look at this place. The attic is empty now, but not that day in 2012. Carl and Carla walk in to find a century's worth of dusty boxes and family heirlooms. And literally filled to the rafters.
Filled to the rafters all the way up to about here and just a path down through the middle.
After several hours, they uncover a box hugging the back wall. It contains something the two cousins have never seen before.
It was a dirty, dusty old box, and I opened it up, and it's like, wow, I don't know what it is.
The cousins see what appear to be small cardboard photos tightly wrapped in twine. They recognize some pretty familiar faces.
We're both looking at it. It's baseball players. Cy Young, Ty Cobb, Wagner, but they're not baseball cards. Not to us. We get one out and we look at the back and they look like baseball cards, just miniaturized. No stats, no who made it, no nothing.
How many are we talking about?
Hundreds.
Amazing. So you see the box, you take them out. What do you and Carla say?
Actually, we set them on a dresser in the hallway and dove back into the attic.
But soon Carl starts to ponder where the strange cards may have come from. Were they something Aunt Jean collected off a cereal box? Or maybe they go all the way back to his grandfather, Carl Hensch.
He's a German immigrant, and he works his way down through Chicago and towards the Ohio Valley.
He's chasing the American dream to own a home and start a business. Carl's a butcher by trade, and by 1905, he scraped together enough to open his own shop here in Defiance, the Carl Hensch Meat Market. Along with meats and sausages, he sells candies and other grocery items. Was he successful in his shop?
Very successful as a butcher in town, very well known.
In 1909, he marries his love, Jenny. They start a family and buy that dream home. By now, baseball has long established itself as the national pastime. And for decades, various companies have used baseball cards to sell their products.
The first nationally circulated cards came inside packages of tobacco in the late 1880s and was actually one of the first opportunities for the average citizen to own a real photo.
Candy companies jump into the game, too. The so-called caramel cards help sell the sweets and the top players of the day.
You've got Honus Wagner, Ty Cobb, Cy Young, Christy Mathewson.
Children love the candy, but the cards even more.
Kids did what kids do. They played with them, they traded them, there's card flipping games that they did with them.
All Carl and Carla know at this point is that the cards may have come from their grandfather's store.
Our guess is that he would have given them away as promotional items. And like any good businessman, when you got leftovers, you save them for the next promotion.
Beyond that, Carl isn't sure what they have in the box, but he tells his cousin he'll find out. The box sits on that dresser for a few days and almost gets thrown out several times before Carl brings it to his restaurant to research the cards online. After a few days, he has some leads.
I was looking at a 1909 caramel card, and I'm going, okay, it's not identical, but this is too close, and they've got an estimated value on this card
Of?
around $15,000.
Carl discovers that a similar Ty Cobb card, identified as a 1910 caramel card, recently sold for $40,000.
And I got a box full of them, and they're pristine.
That's amazing. You're sitting on a bundle of money.
Yeah. At that point, the heart is starting to race, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I have $1 million sitting in a chair.
A lot more than that. If, that is, Carl can confirm his cards are real.
You're a little skeptical, but you're always looking forward to that one phone call that turns out to be gold.
That's next.
But first, our strange inheritance quiz question. Which gets credit for helping set off the rookie card craze? Is it the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle? The 1968 Topps Nolan Ryan? The 1984 Don Russ Don Mattingly? Or the 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr.? The answer when we return.